Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So I did a video about Umar Johnson, and one of my subscribers raised a great question. They said, why are black people so gullible? And essentially she was asking, why do black people follow these charlatans and con artists and hustlers? That's essentially the point that she was trying to raise with her question. And for this video right here, I want to address this question. And I will say that there are three reasons why people follow these charlatans, con artists, and hustlers. The first reason is charisma. In order to draw people in, the con artist, the hustler, the charlatan has to have charisma. They have to have excellent speaking skills where they are able to manipulate people's emotions, able to motivate people, able to get people excited and energized behind their particular movement. That's number one, charisma. That's one of the reasons why people are so gullible and why they fall for these charlatans, hustlers, and con artists. They are mesmerized or hypnotized by that person's sheer personality, the strength of their personality, their speaking skills, their interpersonal skills. So they identify with that person. They, for lack of a better word, feel that person when they talk about issues and raise different concerns to the people. So that's the first reason why people are gullible and why they follow these people. The second reason goes back to the 48 Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene. And law number 27 says, play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. And that's what these people do. They play on the people's need to believe in something, to believe in a cause or to believe in a religion or to believe in some other motivating force. So I'm going to read from Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, Law 27. It says this, it says, people have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Give your disciples rituals to perform. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. In the absence of organized religion and grand causes, your new belief system will bring you untold power. So that's one way. They create a cult of personality. What they'll do is they'll latch on to an actual legitimate cause, and they will pervert it so that that cause will serve their own personal interests. For instance, the cause of black liberation, they will latch on to that cause and exploit that cause in order to manipulate and control people. Like the cause of Pan-Africanism, a legitimate cause that is rooted in a long history, they will latch onto it and pervert it in order to fulfill their own purpose. So they will make people feel like they're a part of some noble cause. And what they will do is they will make themselves the focal point of that cause. Make themselves the leader of that cause, make themselves as the only one qualified to lead that particular cause. And they do this by criticizing their competition, by attacking their competition, by talking about how incompetent their competition is, so that they can create themselves as the sole focal point. So people will believe that they have to go through this person or that person in order to be a part of X, Y, and Z cause. So that gives people a sense of purpose. It gives them a sense of belonging. It gives them a sense of more identification with that particular leader. And that leader or that individual is able to manipulate that in order to get money out of people. And another thing that falls under this category is offering them promise. You know, that promise can be something as grand as a school for black boys. It could be something as even more spectacular as a separate black nation or freedom or justice, equality, and all these things, which are, some of those things are noble, but they can use that promise to manipulate people into giving them money, to manipulate people into following them blindly. And, one of the main ways that people do this is they use religion as well. Like they could use a cause or they could use a religion saying that they are the prophet of a particular religion or there's some kind of godlike figure and all that stuff. And people will gravitate towards them and follow them and, give of their money, give of their time, give of their energy to these people. Another thing that they emphasize is enthusiasm over rationality, as pointed out in Law 27. So they will have people emotional. They will have people hyped up. A lot of times these people are energetic, animated type of speakers that work and play on people's emotions instead of dealing with people based on rational arguments and, sound logic. So they motivate people's emotions to get people angry, to get people happy, to just keep people in a high state of emotions so that they can easily manipulate them. And after they have created this cult, the third reason why a lot of people follow these leaders and are so gullible is because what has happened is gradually they have been subjected to mind control. And mind control can be broken down in a simple kind of way. First thing that they do is they label the opposition. They apply negative labels to the opposition. So that way, people won't even consider the arguments raised by the opposition. They will just see them as the opposition and they will blindly follow the leader. For instance, the leader could say people who oppose their position are coons, or this or that, all kinds of negative labels. So people are reluctant to embrace or even consider alternative viewpoints. Also, another thing that they will do is deflect. And anytime this leader is questioned, anytime this leader is under investigation or anything like that, what the leader will do is say that this is part of a government conspiracy to take down a strong leader or a black man or something like that. And they use that to further entrench their power. So when they can point to a government conspiracy, automatically people's thinking is going to be shut down. They're not going to rationally look at the evidence being presented. They're not going to rationally consider whether or not this person is a shyster or a swindler or a hustler. What they're going to say is that the government is after this good brother. They're trying to take down this black man. And that allows this leader to continue to get over on people. When people question about fundraising and stuff like that, he could say, well, this person is a coon, labeling this person. This person is a conspirer. This person is, a part of some government conspiracy and blah, blah, blah. And automatically when that kind of rhetoric comes out, people's thinking, the people who have bought into the charisma, bought into the cult, their thinking shuts down, and they no longer critically think about the actual case that's being presented. And what they do is they impulsively and without thinking at all defend the person. They can defend that person by trolling people. They can defend that person by vigorously trying to defend and deflect. And they can defend that person by actually making threats. So those are the three reasons why some black people are so gullible and they follow charlatans, hustlers, and con artists. Peace.